go with the batting orders of this ball game. For the Phillies, Bake McBride at right, Larry Boa at short, Pete Rose at first, Mike Schmidt at third, Del Unser in left, Gary Maddox in center, Bob Boone catching, Rudy Maioli at second, and the pitcher, Randy Lurch. Now for the Cubs, DeJesus at short, Vail in right, Buckner at first, Kingman in left, Oliveras at third, Martin in center, Foote catching, Sizemore at second, and the pitcher, Dennis Lamp, to blister his heel sufficiently for Dennis to pitch today. Plate umpire will be Dick Cavanaugh, Bill Lawson at first, Dennis Riccio at second, and Dave Slickenmeyer will be the umpire at third. Let's take them around. Out in left field, there's Dave Kingman. Center fielder, Jerry Martin. And the right fielder is Mike Vail. At third base, Steve Oliveras. The shortstop is Ivan DeJesus. At second, Ted Sizemore. At first, Bill Buckner. Pitcher, Dennis Lamp. And the catcher is Barry Foote. There's Tony Taylor coaching at first. And Billy DeMars coaching. Why have they got Bobby Wine there? That's Billy DeMars coaching at third. First base umpire is Bill Lawson. That's Dennis Riccio out of second. At third is Dave Slickenmeyer. Behind the plate is Dick Cavanaugh. So on DePaul Day with Ray Meyer and his players, and a couple.
McBride carrying a .329 lifetime batting average against Chicago pitching. Here's Lamp's first delivery, swung on and missed, strike one. Lamp can throw pretty hard. He has a sinking fastball, and he has a breaking ball that he calls a slurve. He is 0-3 lifetime. McBride swings and lines a single into left center field. Over in a hurry is Kingman to scoop that ball out. Bake takes a wide turn but stays at first base.
He's up. Started out well today. Good hard line drive.
Here's Larry Boa at the plate. He sends a shot into shallow left field. It is falling and going beyond Kingman. It's going to roll for a while. Back to the wall. McBride coming over toward third, being held there as Boa around second with a double. Goes into his windup, and the pitch to Rose is outside, a ball. Pete has batted safely in 12 of the last 13 Phillies games. Lamp winds. Here's the 1-1 to Rose. A bouncer on one hop back to the mound. Throws to third base, and they tag out McBride. Bake could not get back to third base. Safe at first on the fielder's choice, Rose. Boa holds second. Now Lamp will work from the stretch. Here's the first pitch to Schmidt. Very high fly ball into left field. Kingman going back. He's on the warning track. He's at the wall. And that ball is out of here. Mike Schmidt got that ball way up into the wind to left field, and it's a 3-run homer, his third of the series, 13th of the year, and the Phillies jump out in front 3-0.
Boy, what an example of what the wind is going to do to that ball. I mean,
last time he pitched, and he did a good job in that ball game, pitching a complete game and beating Houston. Here is a solid shot, base hit to center field by Del Unser. He lined that ball solidly back through the middle, and that is the fourth hit of the inning for the Phillies. Pete now moving into 19th place on the all-time runs scored list, surpassing Mickey Mantle for the most runs ever scored by a switch hitter. Here's a shot by Maddox down the left field line. It falls in for a hit. Going to second base is Unser. Gary Maddox drops a single into left field, and the hits just keep falling for the Phillies. And here comes Mike Rourke, the Chicago pitching coach, out of the dugout. Another milestone with all these things happening. It's tough to get this in, but we wanted to mention, too, that Larry Boa needed just one at-bat to pass Sherry McGee and move into 6th place on the all-time Phillies list. And, of course, Larry had that at-bat in the first inning here today with his double. Sherry McGee, the retired Phillies player with 5,500 at-bats during his career. Lamp will stay in the game for now and work to Boone, who is hitting at .237. Montreal failed to score in the 4th inning at St. Louis. Cardinals leading that game 2-0 last half of the 4th inning. If the Cardinals would beat the Expos at St. Louis today, the Cardinals would move past them into second place. The 1-1 pitch to Boone. Here's a shot to left field. Hit well. Kingman back. He will watch again, and that ball sails out of here. Another 3-run homer. This one by Bob Boone, and the Phillies lead it 6-0.
And that was a line drive. He didn't need any help from the wind. He got it. He put it right over the fence, over the bleachers and everything. And, boy, that's hard to believe. That ball is jumping off the bat.
A slam. That was home run number 2 for Bob Boone, who now gets RBIs number 12, 13, and 14. And he wins a case of Tasty Cake and one for United Cerebral Palsy Association of Philadelphia. A 6-0 start for the Phillies, who will send Rudy Mioli to the plate. With only 1 out, they will bat around this inning, and we'll be back to give you the rest of the action right after we pause for these messages.
Phillies fans, here's a great chance to win a free 1-week vacation for 2. It's a grand and glorious vacation for 2 at the delightful oceanfront Golden Inn in Avalon, New Jersey.
One that probably would have been a home run here on almost any day. The 2-2 to Mioli. He is out of there. Tried to check his swing, but the pitch was over for a strike. Moore staring in at foot for the sign, has it, and here's the 3-2 to Lurch. It's a fly ball hit pretty well into left center field. It is out of here. Randy Lurch has hit a home run. That ball was hit on the line and sailed into the bleacher area in left center field. It's the 3rd home run of the inning for the Phillies, and they lead this game 7-0.
Oh, I'd say it's liable to be quite a day here.
Among their 7 hits here in the first inning. Moore winds. Here's the 0-2 to McBride. A pop foul. It's on the third base side. The wind holding that one fair now, and Olivares comes in and takes it for the out. McBride pops out to Olivares, and the Phils are finally retired in the first inning, but they have scored 7 runs on 7 hits, and nobody left on base. At the end of a half inning, it's 7-0.
So Dale Unser's in left field now for the Phillies. Center fielder is Gary Maddox. And the right fielder, Bake McBride. There's Mike Schmidt at third. Larry Bowa at short. Rudy Mioli is at second. And Pete Rose is at first. Randy Lurch, the pitcher. Bob Boone, the catcher. A couple of hard hitters in that battery. There's Cookie Rojas coaching at first. Joey Amalfitano over at third. And DeJesus leads off. Phillies 7, Cubs nothing. Wow. Ivan DeJesus, who in the 7th inning yesterday broke up Carlton's no-hitter. 2-2. There's a base hit for DeJesus. So he's on. That brings up Mike Vail, the right fielder. The end of 5, it's still the Cardinals 2, Montreal nothing. There's a base hit. And DeJesus holds at second. So Vail slices one, played on the hop by McBride. And that brings up Bill Buckner. There's a base hit. And a run comes in. That one just made it. Just made it over Rudy Mioli's head into very, very short right field. It was one of those spinners that looped out there, and it just barely made it. For a hot minute, it looked like Rudy might make one of those spectacular catches. Okay, there it is. Hangs up there for quite a while. So a run comes in on that one as DeJesus scores. Vail stops at second. That makes the score now 7-1 for RBIs. 2 for 7 in the series. Dave Kingman. So it's 7-1 Phillies. That's it. Way back there. Safe there, baby. Back. bowling across the street. Look where this ball lands now. Ooh, boy. The guy on the roof was getting ready to catch it. So the first 4 Cubs have scored. There's a ground ball, a good stop by Pete Rose, and he makes the unassisted put out. For just a hot minute, it looks like Oliveris is going to be on, too. There's a base hit. Could be an extra base hit. There goes Martin, heading for second. He may try for 3 here. Nope, he's going to hold up at second. So Jerry Martin has just doubled to right center field. Here comes Starrett out, and it looks like that will be all for Lurch. So neither pitcher has survived the first inning, and Doug Bird is going to come in. That's Danny Ozark asking for the ball. And here comes the fellow from Kansas City, Doug Bird. Well, talk about peaks and valleys, Lurch can tell you. So can Dennis. The score of this ball game is the Phillies 7, the Cubs 4. And Doug Bird will be the Cubs have a man on second. Jerry Martin, 1 out. And Barry Foote, the catcher, is up. Barry's trying to get that average up to 200, he is. There's a fly ball, right center field, and it is grabbed out there by McBride. And that will bring up the second baseman Sizemore. So they're 6 away from the modern record. There's a drive, left field, and that's going to bring in a run. Here comes Jerry Martin as Ted Sizemore laces a good shot to left center field. Martin scoring from second, and that makes the score now Philadelphia 7, the Chicago Cubs 5. Sizemore on first base, and Donnie Moore is due up. There it is, as Sizemore bats in his 9th run of the year. Welcome home, Jerry. There's a drive, right center field. That's going to be all the way to the center field wall out there. And what's Ted Sizemore's score on this one as Donnie Moore decides to go for third. His ball is throw. He is safe. Wait a minute. The ball is against the dugout fence. And had it gone into that dugout and almost didn't miss the entrance very far, he would have been across the plate. As it is, Donnie Moore has just tripled one in. And the score of this ball game now is Philadelphia 7, the Chicago Cubs 6, and the tying run is on third base, and DeJesus is up. Wow, one pitcher this inning gets a homer, the other gets a triple. Woo, boy. And this is only the first inning. So, DeJesus the batter, Donnie Moore on third. 0-2. Up, there's a high fly to right. And McBride waits for this one. He's got it. Hey, that's got to give him trouble. And so that ends the inning. But in the inning, both ball clubs sent 10 men to the plate. And the Cubs, 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and a man left. And at the end of 1 inning, Philadelphia 7, the Chicago Cubs 6.
7-6 lead for the Phillies, a remarkable ball game, and here is Larry Bowa to start it. Bowa has doubled and scored. Donnie Moore is pitched to him as a hard ball down the first baseline, fielded there by Buckner, runs to the bag for the out. Larry Bowa grounds out to Buckner on one pitch, and the Cubs were able to get McBride off third base at that time, and it looked as though they might have that first inning under control. But then Schmidt followed with a 3-run homer. Then there were
a little heat on that last call. He thought it was a strike. Well, we're going to see the Major League umpires, it appears, possibly on Saturday.
Rose takes low, ball 4, and believe it or not, this is the first walk of the ball game. Everything else has been accomplished on hitting.
Man.
You might get a gapper, though. The stretch by Moore and the 1-2 to Schmidt. He got up under this one, and it's a pop-up out around the middle of the infield. De Jesus shading his eyes, backing off, and taking it for the out. We have some swirling winds here, as we mentioned, and it's tough on these pop flies. Schmidt, 6-game hitting streak going as the Phils continue to get good production from their bench. Del Unser singled in his first at bat today, and Del started the afternoon with a .444 average. The stretch by Moore, pitch on the way to Del. Fly ball into right field, getting a late start is Vail. Now he comes on and he takes it to the out. Unser flies to Vail. Phil's retired.
Here's the fellow who could tie up the ball game in a hurry, Mike Vail. Got a single in the first inning, one of the 7 hits the Cubs. There's a ground ball, base hit. He grounds one between Boa and Schmidt. So the Cubs have a man on, and Buckner is up. Strike one. Ground ball. That's a base hit. Into center field. There goes Vail racing for third. No play on it. As Buckner grounds one up the middle. Oh, man. Remember one year before last? There's a ground ball. That is taken by Schmidt. Over to second. The relay. In time. Oh, boy. And the runner on third had to hold. He even had time to take a glance at his man on third. Just with it twice. Ball 2, strike 2. There's a ground ball. Back to first. Taken by Rose. And Philadelphia is out of the inning. Boy, I hope that doesn't come back to haunt him.
100. Third inning baseball. Here's Harry Callis.
All right, thanks, Andy. Gary Maddox leads off, punches a fly ball, shallow right. Vail coming hard, can't hold on to it. Maddox on his way to second base with a double. A sliding effort by Mike Vail. He couldn't hang on, and it'll be a double for Gary Maddox. 6 Phillies lead. We're in the third. Good hustle there by Maddox. Gary gunning right out of the batter's box. Pitcher. Maddox second base and nobody out. Donnie Moore stretches. And the pitch to Boone. A change nubbed into shallow left. Kingman will never get it. Maddox rounding third. Here's Kingman's throw to the plate. Off target. Maddox scores. It gets by Boone, or rather by Foot, and Boone goes up to second base. We're in the third inning, and the Phillies lead 8-6. Phil's got 7 in the first. The Cubs got 6. Here's the pitch to Mioli. Swinging a high fly ball center field. Jerry Martin is right there waiting. Makes the catch. Boone tags. Here's Martin's throw. It's a good one. Boone safe though at third with a head first fly. Survived the bottom half. Taken out after 1/3 of an inning. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Inside, ball 4. He walked it. So Donnie Moore walked his second batter. Didn't want to do that. That'll bring on Bake McBride. Now the stretch by Moore. And the pitch to Bake. Change, fly ball into center field. Not deep, coming hard. Martin, it falls in for a base hit. Boone scores. Bird to second. Phillies lead it 9-6. Ball loose in the infield, but Buckner finally chases it down. Moore stretches. And the pitch to Boa. Swing and a line drive. Base hit center field. Bird will be held at third base as Martin rifles it in, and the Phillies have the bases loaded. Boa stung that ball right up the middle, and the Phillies hadn't jammed for Pete Rose with 1 out. Bases loaded. Bird at third. McBride at second. Boa at first for Pete Rose with 1 out. Donnie Moore winds, and the pitch to Pete. A change, line shot, left center field. It's extra bases. Bird scores. McBride rounding third. The throw in is cut off. Bake scores. Phillies lead it 11-6. Another double for Pete Rose. who's tied for the National League leadership now in 2 base hits. And Herman Franks was up on the dugout steps headed towards the pitcher's mound when Rose hit the ball into left center field, and looks like that's going to be all for Donnie Moore. This is the chairman of it, is John Bunning, the Eagles linebacker. Very worthy cause. That's this coming Sunday at Cooper River Park, Pennsauken, New Jersey.
Del Unser, he is singled and flied out to right. Willie Hernandez appearing in his 9th game. All have been a relief. He was supposed to get a start at Houston, but then a last-minute change by Herman Franks, and he didn't start the game. There's a windup by Hernandez, the 2-2 pitch. Swing, a little dribbler down the first base side. Coming in to score is Boa. Unser's tagged out on the base path, and the Phillies now lead at 12-6. Kim moved everybody up and drives in a run. Boa scoring, Rose to third, Schmidt to second, and that'll bring on Gary Maddox. Here's the pitch to Gary. Breaking ball hit high in the air to deep left center field. Barton away back. Out of here, home run. Gary Maddox, a 3-run shot, and it's now 15-6 Phillies. I tell you, that is hard to believe. The wind really helped that ball. Gary hit it at least fair. He hit it on the good part of the bat. He got under it, but that's all you have to do is get it out there a decent distance, and the wind will do the rest. That was a wind-blown job, and he'll take it. So Gary's had quite a ball game. 3 for 3, single 1. Here's Bob Boone, and Boone is hit by a pitch. Boone picks up the ball and throws it out as he's walking down to first base. Boone hit by a pitch ball. Hernandez stretches. Here's the pitch to Mioli. Swing and a line drive, base hit left field. Kingman gets it back into the infield, and Mioli has his first hit of the ball game, and that'll bring on pitcher Doug Bird, batting for the 2nd time in this inning. Proved very costly. Still has kept an inning alive. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a breaking ball. So Bird goes down swinging. The Phillies are down in the 3rd inning, but score 8 runs. 7 hits, 1 Cub error, 2 men left.
One of the real hard-nosed players in this game of pro basketball is John Menjo for the Bulls. John, welcome to the booth.
Glad to be here today, sir.
Aren't you glad you're not pitching?
Well, I'll tell you what, I used to do a little pitching in my days, and I'd pray like I wouldn't want to pitch on a day like today.
2 questions quickly, John. Number 1, who do you think the Bulls will draft?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jack, that's an awful confusing topic at this point of the year. Evidently, Los Angeles has come to terms with Magic Johnson. That leaves Larry Bird for us if Boston doesn't sign him. But Magic can't sign, until the draft, and maybe if Larry Bird comes out, maybe LA will take him. So it's really confusing at this point.
If you were drafting, would you take one of those 2 first?
Oh, definitely. They're both going to be super ball players.
There is a 6-3 put out as Jerry Martin leads off. And it isn't very often today that the first man up has gone out, but Martin did, and they'll win the NBA this year.
Well, I'll tell you, Jack, at the beginning of the playoffs, I always kind of make a little prediction. I picked Phoenix. They had a chance to get in the finals earlier this week and didn't do it, so the big game is tonight at 10:30, so we'll find out then if my choice is right.
Which one is that? You mean...
Yeah, Phoenix and Seattle play tonight for the Western Conference Finals.
If Phoenix plays Washington, you still like Phoenix?
I still like Phoenix all the way, especially if Chuck Robinson continues to improve, and that'll improve their rebounding a lot.
Okay. Good luck, John, and welcome to Wrigley Field.
Thank you very much, Jack. Pleasure to be here.
Good luck with Jerry now next year. You tell Jerry if he gives any trouble, we'll handle your case with him. Score of 15-6. There's a ground ball, bobbled by Schmidt, picks it up and throws in time. There's a fly ball, short right center. That's dropping in. That's a base hit for Sizemore. And Hernandez will bat. ball, short right center. That's dropping in. That's a base hit for Sizemore. Whoop. That's some swing. Willie Hernandez went around and fell flat on his face. Whoop. I guess he tried to check his swing or something. Yeah. Look at that. And Willie strikes out. And that retires the side. No runs, one hit, no errors, one left. I'm glad you're not hurt, Willie, at least. And at the end of 3, the score of the ball game, Philadelphia 15, the Cubs 6.
1-2 to Bake McBride, leading off the Phillies fourth. 1-2 pitch to him, a breaking ball, hit to center field. Jerry Martin drifting back. He's there near the warning track and makes the catch. So McBride is out 1 down. That'll bring up Larry Bowa. 1-2 pitch to Bowa, ground ball in the hole, a base hit to left field. Larry Bowa grounds a single to left. Between Olivares and De Jesus, that is his 3rd hit of the ball game, and for the Phillies, hit number 15. That'll bring on Pete Rose. Now the stretch by Willie Hernandez, 2-2 pitch, swing, a line shot to right center field, extra bases. Larry Bowa scampering around third. He's being waved home. Pete Rose at second with a double. The Phillies lead it 16-6. Rose's second double of the game. He now leads the league in 2 base hits. He did last year with 51, and he has 14 this year. Well, he's really hitting a lot of line drives, and almost every one of them, when they get over the infield, they seem to be in the gap. Phillies now leading by a score of 16-6. We are in the top half of the 4th inning. Pete Rose at second, Mike Schmidt at first. Hernandez stretches. 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Grounded sharply to second. That might be 2 to De Jesus. 1 relay not in time. De Jesus couldn't dig it out. Arthur safe at first on a fielder's choice. Moving up to third base, Pete Rose. Now the pitch to Gary. Swing and a drive into right center field. It's a gapper. It drops in for a hit. Rose scores. On his way to third base as Unser Maddox slides in with a double. Gary is 4 for 4 with 5 runs batted in. And the Phillies now lead it 17-6. Maddox is hurt though. Running out the double, and I think he's pulled a muscle. Gary up slowly. Tony Taylor is out there, and Don Seager coming out. Be a good time to get him out of there with a 17-6 lead. Greg Rose will come out and pinch run for Gary Maddox, and the 3rd intentional walk issued by Willie Hernandez. His 4th walk since coming in there. They'll load the bases and pitch to Rudy Mioli. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball hit softly to short. De Jesus to Sizemore for the force on Boone. And the Phillies are retired in the 4th inning. Well, the Phillies add on 2 more runs in the 4th. 3 hits.
It's still the Cardinals 2, Montreal 1. Strike. He went fishing for a bad pitch. 1 away. That brings up Dale, who has 2 singles and 2 at-bats. There is a base hit for Dale. He's 3 for 3. Buckner up. Buck's 2 for 2. There's a high fly, left field. Del Unser camps under this one. No problem. That's 2 out. Kingman the batter. That's well hit. Way back. Say goodbye. Back. Another home run for Kingman. 2 runs into the top. spot as the other one, almost landed on the roof of that building across the street on Waveland Avenue. Boy, did he belt that one. Run. And his 11th of the year. There she goes. Pretty well hit. Way back there. Back. Hey! A home run for Ontiveros. Number 1 of the year for Steve. Oh, boy. Hey, Stevie. Here's the replay. A line drive shot onto the catwalk in right for Ontiveros. That's a high fly. That's pretty deep to center. Wilson's going back. Still going back. He's got it at the 400-foot mark. Oh, man. If Jerry had just pulled that a few feet to the left, it would have been another one. As it is, 3 runs on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left. At the end of 4, the score of the ball game. The score of this crazy ball game. Philadelphia 17, the Chicago Cubs 9. Well, here's Ray Meyer. Ray Meyer's the only pitcher around here today who hasn't been bombed.
Well, they didn't have a batter up there, Jake. If they did, the ball would have been out in the street, too.
How do you compare this to a basketball game? You may wind up with a basketball score.
Well, the way they're hitting the ball, Jack, I don't know. That ball's going over the fence all day long. There's been a lot of action in it, I'll say that. I wish there were more action for the Cubs.
Well, we've got a little time left, Ray, so we may have to send you down there to the bullpen before it's over to get up
I want Kingman to bat about 5 more times. Maybe we get about 3 more home runs.
Right. Ray Meyer.
You like scoring in a ball game. Really have it here this afternoon in Wrigley Field. The 3-2 pitch once more. High outside, ball 4. Lazinski walks. Espinosa is coming out to run for Lazinski. Always hate to see a pitcher pinch run. They get hurt a lot on the season. Pitch to McBride. Ground ball into the outfield, past first, a base hit. Espinosa stopping at second base, and the Phillies have something going again. Runners on first and second, nobody out, and this scorecard is undecipherable. Hernandez out of the stretch, checks the runners, the pitch. Boa pops one down the right field side. This could be trouble. Coming on, drops for a base hit. Oh! Rolling towards the bullpen. Here comes Espinosa around trying to score, and he does, and the Phillies lead it 18-9. Boa into second with a pop fly double. McBride stops at third. Unbelievable. Still nobody out. Boa getting his 4th base hit of the game. He'll get a run batted in. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. Phillies lead it 18-9. Here's Pete Rose. Rose is 2 for 3. 2 doubles. 3 runs batted in, a run scored. It's more and Mike Vail. Close to the chalk in right field. Here's Pete Rose. Chance to get another handful here. Rose grounds one towards shortstop. Dropped by De Jesus. He drops it again, and Rose is safe on the air. McBride scores, and the Phillies lead it 19-9. Mike Schmidt, the batter. Runners at first and second. Still nobody out. He sets, checks the runners. The pitch. High and outside, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Nobody out. Talking to Willie Hernandez. Hernandez facing the left-handed hitting Dal Unser. Over 400 at the start of the game. Pitch to Unser, fly ball center field. Jerry Martin is there, makes the catch. Boa tags, he'll score easily. Rose is coming to third, and he's safe. Boa scores, and the Phillies lead it 20-9. Youngster will get a run batted in on the sacrifice fly. Runners at first and third, one down. Greg Gross, the batter. And the Phillies lead it. Strike pitch. Gross, fly ball, deep left field. Kingman going back to the warning track, makes the catch in front of the fence. Rose tags, scores, and the Phillies lead it 21-9. As Schmidt tags up at first and goes to second. You just can't make any sense out of them. Innings running into innings. Sander. The runners lead off. Here's the pitch. High and inside, ball 3. Hernandez sets. The pitch. High ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Meoli walks. Schmidt to third, Boone to second, Meoli to first, and Nino Espinosa, who came in as a pinch runner for Lazinski, will bat. Out of here, we'll just pack up and go home. Here's a ground ball to Sizemore. He drops it, picks it up, fires to first. Espinosa's out, and that will end the inning for the Phillies. But they scored 4 runs. I don't know how many hits. There was 1 error. There were 3 left on. Cubs batting in the bottom of the 5th with the score of the Phillies 21. Chicago.
The car. Oh, yeah. Route 18 Indoor Market has plenty of free parking for thousands of cars. Thank you. Next, could you tell me how to get the Route 18 in?
Dillard will look at least 1 pitch, maybe 2. And here's inside, ball 4, and the Cubs have loaded the bases. Nobody out on the single. An error and a walk. McGraw's pitch. Low and inside, ball 4. Jesus walks, and that'll walk in a run as Foot crosses home plate. And the score now is 21-10. Still nobody out, and the bases are loaded. Oh, this is unbelievable. Here's Mike Vail, who's 3 for 3, 3 singles. McGraw. 2-1 pitch. Pop-up. Shallow right center field. Greg Gross coming on. Under the ball. Makes the catch. Sizemore is going to hold at third base. That'll bring to bat Bill Buckner, who's 2 for 3 with a couple of singles, a run scored, and a run batted in. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball, deep right center field. This is going to be a grand slammer! Oh, brother! A grand slammer by Bill Buckner. And it's now a 21-14 game. Unbelievable. Oh, boy. Buckner really unloaded a line shot into the right center field bleachers. In the bottom of the 5th. Still only 1 out. The batter's Dave Kingman, who's already hit 2 home runs and knocked in 5 runs. Come on. McGraw set once again with a 3-2 pitch. Low and inside, ball 4, and Kingman walks. Ron Reed is throwing in the Phillies bullpen. He's 1 for 3 with a home run. Wild game on the field. Also, Kingman leads off first. Here's the pitch. Struck him out this time on a fastball. So McGraw gets the second out of the inning on a strikeout. Martin is 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Jerry hitting .276. And he'll probably try to lift one up into that wind. McGraw gets his signs. Here's the pitch. Martin, long fly ball, center field. Gross going back, still going. Out of the ballpark, a home run. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Gary Martin has hit a 2-run home run in the center field bleachers. And it's now a 21-16 game. Oh! Unbelievable. 3rd home run of the year. The Cubs have scored 7 16, and we're in the bottom of the 5th. Here's Barry Foote, who started this inning with a single. 10th batter in the inning. The Phillies now lead cut. Here's a base hit. Extra bases down the left field line. Foote rounding first. He'll go into second with a double. Oh, boy. Pitching coach Herm Starrett is headed towards the mound, and Tug McGraw is getting slugged around here. He's already indicated a pitching change. So Barry Foote has 2 hits in the inning, a single and a double. He's on second, 2 outs. A pitching change for the Phillies. Ron Reed will come in. The score, the Phillies 21, the Cubs 16. Come in. 2.5 hours old. And we're in the 5th inning. Here's a ground ball towards the middle. Good play by Bowe. Back a second over to first. And Sizemore is out. And the Cubs are finally out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. But they got 7 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on. At the end of 5 full innings, it's the Phillies 21, the Cubs 16, and now it's time for a tasty break. Inning. Two-strike pitch, struck him out on a good fastball. So McBride strikes out, 1 down, the batter Larry Bowe. 1-2 pitch. Hot fly, shuttle left field, dropping quickly, base hit. As Kingman can't get the ball, and Bowe gets his 5th base hit of the game. 6. Well, they're 6 hits away, but the way they're dropping in there. Here's Pete Rose coming up. Rose officially 2 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. Pitch on the way. Line drive, left field. Kingman coming on, makes the catch. Rose hit a line drive that Kingman caught intentionally. Bowe is on first, 2 outs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There goes Bowe. Swing and a miss. Let's go to second, and Bowe is safe. Bowe gets a stolen base, his 6th of the season. And Bowe may have hurt his leg a little bit. He's trying to walk it off. Philly's trying to get some more here. It doesn't seem like you can get too many. 3-2 pitch. Inside ball 4, and Schmidt walks for the 4th time in the game.
Thus far. Swing and a miss, and Unser strikes out. Second strikeout of the inning for the youngster Cordell. At the end of the 6th inning, well, no runs. We're going to put a 0 up there. 1 hit, 2 men left on the bases. The Cubs come to bat. In the 6th inning, it's Philadelphia 21, the Cubs 16. So register now at Sport Mart in Niles and in Lombard or the Schaumburg Park District. First pitch to Dillard, swinging a high chopping ball, deep short. Bowe has it, fires to first, but Dillard beats it out. Dillard opens up the 6th inning for the Cubs with an infield hit. One hit deep to center field. It's over Gross's head, going deep. It's against the wall. Dillard round second, will go to third, and DeJesus holds up at second. That ball found Gross playing shallow. On the base paths. Into the dirt, but Boone does a very fine job in blocking it, backhanding that ball to prevent the runners from advancing. Ground ball to Bowe. Runner's going to score. Bowe goes to first. Dillard scores. DeJesus advances to third. There's the scoreboard. If you can't get bingo out of that, look at those numbers. 21-17. Here's Buckner at bat. Still in this ball game. Taps the ball over the pitcher's head. DeJesus will score. Boas throw to first. Gets Buck going down the line very fast, but the run scores. So now it's 21-18. That's 5 RBIs for Buckner. He ties Kingman at the present time. Hey, kissing goodbye. It is gone. Oh, I thought he hit the other one hard. That one's in Milwaukee. It hit the front porch of the third house across Waveland Avenue. Man, oh man, isn't that something? Here's the home run. First pitch, wacko. Now watch the White House behind the wall. The ball will come down, running down from the porch. Here's a swing and a tap to the pitcher, and Altaveras is thrown out. But the crowd loves it. Ray Meyer asked Kingman before the game to hit one for the DePaul team, which was honored here in pregame ceremony. He has hit 3. Now if he'll hit one more for the coach, we'll be satisfied. Here's that home run. Now watch the youngster on the porch. On the porch, that house is the 4th house from Waveland Avenue. It bounced in the yard or on the porch of the 3rd house, and where that youngster is the 4th house across Waveland Avenue.
I don't know what to tell you. Hang in there. Time for a new scorecard, I'll tell you that. This has been a ball game for a mathematician, no doubt about it. The 3-2 pitch to Gross. Here's a fly ball, well hit into left center field. It is deep. It is off the fence. Here's Gross heading for second base as the ball bounds away. Kingman giving chase. Gross headed for third. The throw wide. He's in. A triple. Yeah, I don't know. We're only in the 7th inning. It's just starting here. First triple of the year for Greg Gross, the ex-Cub. And the Phillies leadoff man in the 7th inning at third base with Bob Boone coming up. And the Cubs have not found a way to retire Boone all day long. Cubs have brought the infield in. They are trailing 21-19. Boone sends a shot into the alley in right center field, way deep. It is going to roll to the wall. Scoring easily is Gross. Boone goes into second with a stand-up double. It is 22-19.
I do.
Do what?
DQ, darling. You do it at Dairy Queen.
Oh, DQ. Well, if you do, I do.
Thank you.
Did you DQ today? Bob Boone has just gotten his... Ron Reed is on deck. Here's Carlos' pitch. It's a changeup in for a called third strike. Mioli looked at that off-speed pitch, and he is a strikeout victim for the inning. And here's Ron Reed coming to the plate. Reed won a game at Veterans Stadium this year with a hit. The 3-1 pitch to Reed. Inside, ball 4. Ron takes a walk. Umpire Dick Cavanaugh over. I guess Herman's planning to make a double change. He has Ray Burris out there warming up. He'll probably make a pitching change here. Boone has not been retired today. Reed at first base. He drew a walk. Mark Lamangello losing his 5th. Swing and a miss. McBride strikes out. Ray Burris strikes out Bake McBride. That's in second, and here's Larry Boa. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Burris delivery to him is a bouncer towards second base. Dillard grabs it, throws over to first in time, and the Phillies are retired in the 7th without further damage. But they have picked up a run on 2 hits, and they have left 2 men on base. We go to the Chicago 7th inning, and the Phillies lead it 22-19.
They know they're watching a real dandy today. All right, here's Martin stepping in. Jerry got a home run the last time up. He has a double to go with that one today. Martin, Foote, and Mercer are due up. There's a ground ball right at the shortstop. Larry Boa gobbles it up and throws. That's 1 out. long way from over. Ground ball. And it handcuffs Mike Schmidt. He picks it up and throws. Foot is safe. Let's see what they call that one. There is a base hit for Mercer. And Foot stops at second. Woo, boy. Larry Bittner hitting .272. Altogether 3 hits and 11 at-bats, all singles. Here we go. There's a ground ball, and it's scooped up by Boa. Steps on second, throws to first, double play, and they're out of the inning. Oh, that hurt. That really hurt. Oh, boy. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and a man left. At the end of 7, it's
22-19, Phillies lead. Here's a 2-1 pitch to Pete. Swinging a ground ball up the middle, a base hit to center field. Pete Rose has just picked up the Phillies' 23rd hit of the ball game. His 3rd hit, and Jerry Williams, you win $40 on that base hit. Now the stretch by Burris. The 2-strike pitch. Swing and a very high fly ball right field. Bobby Mercer fighting the sun. Makes the catch, and Rose will hold on at first base. So Schmidt is out, and Anthony Messina of Philadelphia will get 4 reserve seat tickets to a future Phillies game. 7-run inning. Here's the pitch to Hunter. High chopper to Bill Buckner. He makes the play at first base. Rose moves up to second. A high-pounding ball to Buckner, and Hunter is out. Rose moving up to second base on the out. And that'll bring on Greg Gross. Gross is 1 for 1. He has hit a sacrifice fly and tripled. He's knocked in a run and scored a run. Came in for Gary Maddox, who had to leave when he pulled a muscle in his side. Kinds of records have been shattered here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a bouncing ball to Bill Buckner. He has it. Lobs to Burris, covering. Gross is out. Phillies are retired in the 8th inning. Agnes Hudson of York, Pennsylvania. You'll get 4 reserve seat tickets to a future Phillies game. Join us again tomorrow night when in a designated inning. You could win up to $10,000.
ground ball. Backhand stop. It's going to be close. He's got it beaten out. Base hit. Larry Boa gave it the big try. And he has one of the strongest throwing arms of all the shortstops, but Jesus is the one guy who could beat that one out with his great speed. And we're going to get a pinch hitter now. Scott Thompson will bat for Burris. Some batting. 325 hitter. Ball 3, strike 2. There's a pretty well hit ball to right field. It is there. And Thompson is held to a single that landed on the fly against the wall. The hit was close to third. Nate McBride took a couple of steps back, realized he had no chance, decided to play it off the wall. He did a very, very intelligent thing. Maybe McBride was not in a position to catch the ball, in which case, of course, Yvonne had to be ready to scamper back to first. All right, here's Buckner. He is the tying run. There's a well-hit ball, center field, dropping in, base hit. And the Cubs have a run as DeJesus comes across, and Thompson stops at second. And here comes Kingman. He's the lead run as he steps in there. How about that? The batter now, Steve Ontiveros. 22-20. There's a smash, a backhand stop, dropped by the second baseman Maioli. He did recover it in time, however, to force Buckner. But it could have been one of two things. It could have been either a double play ball or a base hit the way it started out. Thompson's now on third base, 2 out, and the batter is Jerry Martin. Well, I don't have to tell you that Jerry would like to make that trade pay off here. There's a ground ball up the middle, a base hit. Here comes the run in. Okay, Thompson's in, and the tying run is in scoring position. Barry Foote, the catcher, is up. Here's the guy who put the game out of reach in the opener with a grand slammer against his old teammates. Now let's see what happens. The 8th inning. 1-1. There's a ground ball bouncing into left field. Come on, Steve! Come on, out of there! He's going to score! It's a tie game! Oh, brother! Woo, boy! There's your scoreboard. The Phillies 22, the Chicago Cubs 22. Here's the run scoring as Barry Foote hits that ground single to left. And Oliveras races home with Joey Amalfitano almost throwing his right arm out of joint, waving him around. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the batter is Bobby Mercer. Now what? Watch it. There's a ground ball bouncing to the second baseman. The play to first, Maoli to Rose, and that retires the side. But in the inning, for the Chicago Cubs, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 2 left. And the score at the end of 8, ladies and gentlemen, with Bruce Sutter probably coming in now, is Philadelphia 22, the Chicago Cubs 22.
In the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Boone is 3 for 3 with a homer, a single, and a double. He's walked twice and been hit by a pitch ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a punch shot into center field. Scott Thompson there makes the catch. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Rudy Mioli. Outside ball 4. Rudy's a base runner. McCarver batting 185. Raleigh Eastwick gets back up in the Phillies bullpen. 1 out. There goes Mioli. A swing and a miss. Barry Foote's throw is high, and Rudy's safe at second base. Foote with a high throw to De Jesus, and Rudy Mioli has a stolen base. Bert Stills 4. Here's the stretch. A 2-2 pitch, swing and a bouncing ball to second base, fielded by Mick Kelleher. He throws, and McCarver is out. That's 2 down. On the play, Mioli moves up to third base, and that'll bring on Bake McBride. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Swing and a ground ball tapped to second. It takes a high hop, but a great grab by Kelleher, and McBride is out. Phillies go down in the ninth. It took a brutal bounce on Kelleher, but a fine reaction by Mick Kelleher saved a run. McBride is out, so are the Phils in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left.
Here we go. There's a ground ball, deep short, taken by Larry Bowa. The throw, picked out of the dirt by Pete Rose. But watch the Cubs holler about that, because Rose, they're going to claim, was off the bag. Cookie is the throw. Not a good throw by Bowa. You tell me whether he had his foot on the bag. Anyway, the umpire says he did. 44 runs have been scored in this game, and every one of them is vital at this point because it's a tie game. There's a very high foul ball, and Pete Rose may have a play on it. He does. So that's out number 2. All right, kid, here's your chance to be a real hero. Strike 1. There's a ground ball, and it's scooped up by Bowa. Here's the throw, and we'll have an extra inning ball game today. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. At the end of 9, score of the ball game, Philadelphia 22 and the Cubs 22.
Him hitting 287, but his 5 hits has raised his average considerably. The opposite field. Bowa ground ball to second. Picked off by Mick Kelleher. Over to first, and Bowa's out. Murray hit it sharply, but he's out of there. 1 down here in the top of the 10th. The batter, Pete Rose. 1-2 pitch. Rose, top fly, left side, dropping quickly. Kingman coming over. Oh, boy. Good play by Dave Kingman as he caught the ball right on the foul line and shallow left field.
You're listening to the Spirit of New Jersey, 1350 WHWH Sports Radio.
Mike Schmidt, the batter. 2 outs, nobody on here in the 10th. Mike is officially 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer, and he's walked 4 times in the game. 22 in the top of the 10th. Three-2 pitch. Schmidt, long drive, left field, and this is going to leave the ballpark. Over the fence, a home run for Mike Schmidt, and the Phillies lead it 23-22. Oh boy! Mike Schmidt with his second home run of the ball game, and that is his 14th of the year. He leads the National League in that department. Left center field, and the Phillies lead by 23-22. And here's Del Unser. 22. Only the second home run the Phillies have ever hit off Bruce Sutter. Richie Hebner hit the other one. Unser swings and misses, foot drops the ball, fires the first, and Unser strikes out. But the Phillies have gone ahead on Mike Schmidt's home run, one hit, nobody left on. The Cubs bat in the bottom of the 10th.
Now the ball game is in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Cubs are trailing 23-22. And these fans out here refuse to give up. They're standing, a lot of them, and they're applauding as Buckner steps in. There's a fly ball, left center field. Greg Gross is there, so's the left fielder, Unser. He's got it. And Buckner's out. That's one away. That leaves it up to Kingman. Here we go. Golden with a changeup. Kingman strikes out. Took a little off of it. Dave got out in front too far. So with 2 out now, Olivares comes to bat. There's a check swing, fair ball, and that's it. The ball game is over. As Mike Schmidt throws out Olivares on a check swing which rolls fair down the third base side. Oh boy. A pretty flat finish. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And a very sad finish to one of the greatest games anybody has ever seen anywhere. So in the inning for the Cubs, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. One of the few times today that anybody went down in order. Eastwick, by the way, comes in and gets credit for a great save. He faced 6 Cubs and retired them all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if they continue to play games like this, I don't think anybody will be able to finish the season. The players or the fans or the broadcasters or anybody. Our hearts won't be able to take it. For Philadelphia, 23 runs on 24 hits. 2 errors and 14 men left on. Eastwick gets the win. He's 1-0. And for the Chicago Cubs, 22 runs, 26 hits. I can't believe I'm reading these things. I'm listening to myself say these figures, and I don't believe it. 22 runs, 26 hits, 2 errors, 7 men left on. The loser, Sutter, 1-1. Time of the game, 4 hours and 3 minutes. Paid attendance, 14,592. Total in the ballpark, 15,725. Who I guarantee you will never forget this game.